A warm welcome to this evening's live show. As a part of my purpose, this is yet another show that I am conducting this evening at 9 p.m. I truly believe that everybody of us have the right to have a good guidance. All of us have the right to have the good guidance, to have the right guidance for our career growth, for our business growth. That is why I have decided that I will be investing my time and energy towards this particular field so that I can build a platform wherein anybody who desires to grow in their career and in their business, they are able to find some guidance, the right or the best possible guidance in this platform. As you all know, though I had traversed a very successful journey in my career as a job career professional and also as a career coach, author, TEDx speaker, entrepreneur, I had a lot of roadblocks, a lot of troubles, a lot of challenges on my way. And I had to face a lot of difficult challenges, which I could have avoided if I had somebody to guide me, if I had a good guidance. And I have seen the same problem with most of the people who desires to grow in their career, in their business. And specifically, that is the reason why I have decided to dedicate my time and energy so that I can build a platform to facilitate with the kind of right guidance for anybody who would like to grow in their career or in their business. Ladies and gentlemen, this is in a small way that I'm starting now, and I have long vision towards this, and I'm committed to this particular vision of mine, to this purpose of mine. I need your help and support in terms of making sure that we are able to build a robust platform wherein anybody who would like to grow in their career or business finds the best guidance from this platform. I need your help, I need your support, I need your love, good wishes. And most importantly, your viewership, your suggestions, your comments, and your sharing with those people whom you love. You believe that they should also get the guidance. My request would be to please share the information about this initiative, this movement, these platforms with them, so that together we are able to build a community which is prospering, which is progressing, which is moving towards achieving their goals, their career goals as a job career professional, as an entrepreneur. They are able to achieve good business growth, good profitability. They are able to achieve financial stability, financial freedom, and we are able to impact the society and the people surrounding us. Right, friends, by saying this, I would like to start with the first topic. Today we have 4 topics to cover. So I will try to move a little faster today. And if there is any comments or any suggestions, I would most welcome to have that. If I'm able to address those questions or those suggestions in this show itself, I'll try to do that. Even if I'm not able to do that, I'll make sure that I reply to those queries or those suggestions, and I take action on any kind of good suggestions. I'm so thankful that in the previous few live sessions, there were some hiccups, technical hiccups, and also there were some areas where I can do better. And I'm so happy to receive very, very constructive suggestions from my viewers. And I really look forward to that kind of constructive suggestions. Please keep doing that. Having said that, the first topic that I would like to pick up today is it is basically for the job career professionals. Yes, I also had a job career journey for about 27 years, as you all know. So it's a very interesting topic. I'm really excited to cover some of the strategies out here. The first topic that I'm picking up is how to get how to get the best salary package and get fast promotions, and you be on the fast track mode on your job career, isn't it? So this is one of the desires that every job career professional has in the back of their mind. I also used to have it, right? Sometimes there were some moments when I was among the country top talent group. I think for consecutively for several years, and that was so great feeling for me to be there, right? People look forward to me, and I'm able to progress in my career faster. I was able to get the promotions much faster. That specifically helped me to get 2 promotions in one single year, and 6 promotions in 8 years in corporate. So that was the industry record, as people lovingly tell me. So it's a favorite topic of mine. Uh, while we all of us have this desire to grow fast in our career, to get faster promotions, to get the best of the salary packages, what I have seen is that there are some people who are highly talented, who are skilled, who has the best of the skills in themselves, right, to deliver the deliverables, to deliver the results of their KPIs. They are able to overachieve their targets most of the time, right? And they are contributing to the organization maybe in the best manner. However, when they actually look at their packages, okay, due to some reason they do not look at their salary packages uh, most of the time, because they believe, they feel that I'm growing fast, I'm moving forward, because he is looking around the surroundings within the organization. Since he is one of the best performers, probably he is ahead of the rest of the people. However, maybe one fine day you will realize that in the same industry, in the other companies, people like you, a performer like you in the same level, maybe is getting much higher salary than you, or maybe they are getting much faster promotions. It's a typical situation where we get into. What I believe is that if you're performing the best, if you're contributing to the organization the best, I think you should be the best in terms of getting the higher package, higher benefits, perks, and also getting the promotions in a faster manner, and also be among the top talents. There is something called top talent pool in any organization. You should be part of that, and you should be aware of that, because you deserve that, isn't it? You really deserve that. You are not trying to desire or aspire something more than what you are delivering. You are just expecting something which you deserve in proportionate to what you are contributing, what you are giving to the organization, right? It is your right. So, how many of you would like to have high recognition and reward and faster promotions? And how many of you would like to have fast, faster career acceleration and claim the authority in the organization? I'm sure all of you have this desire. So let me share a few of the strategies which I have picked up from my own journey, as well as I have seen in many cases, many times, that some of my colleagues or some of my friends, maybe working in some other organization, they are able to leverage their performance in the best manner, at times much more than me, much better than me, right? And in those moments, I used to feel that, yeah, this guy is able to get the best. And what is the trick? How he must be managing to get the highest level of salary package? How he must be how he would be able to uh, influence the organization, influence the HR, influence the top management, so that he is getting the faster promotions. He is able to get on the fast track mode. So that's the kind of thought or question which used to come in my mind most of the time, and that's why I used to deliberate on this particular question within myself, and also with some of my, uh, I would say, circle, one of my communities, members of my community. I always used to have a community with whom I used to talk about our careers, our problems, solutions to the problems. We used to deliberate. We used to try to help each other's problems during the conversations that we had within the community. Initially, we didn't have this kind of WhatsApp group or something like that, which we have the, I would say, fortune of enjoying those platforms nowadays. During those times, the only way we could communicate would be in a conference call, audio call, or maybe we used to meet up sometimes, right? So let me come to the strategy. I would be largely talking about three tips out here in terms of how to get the best, how to get your best salary package in your given organization, and also how you can get a faster career track or faster promotions, right? So I probably would be going much deeper in some other sessions, topic by topic. Since I'm going to cover 4 topics today, probably I'll be going little broadly today. However, I will make sure that I'm touching the core of the points, right? So 3 tips or 3 ways I would be mentioning about on this topic. The first one, ladies and gentlemen, is make your value visible, not just hardworking, right? Make your value visible, not just hardworking. Always you should be able to make visible in the organization, right? It is very, 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 very important. You need to always think about how to brand yourself within the organization, so that if there are some corner conversations, corner discussions which are going on among the management, among the senior team members, among your colleagues, counterparts, or the junior team members, I think most oftenly your name should be coming up in those discussions because of your command that you are able to develop. How do you do that? For this, you need to be able to take some strategies, right? So, how you do is that, first of all, you have to be very, very efficient in the organization. You have to be somebody who is contributing to the organization in true sense. If you are not contributing to the organization in true sense, or if you are not one of the best performers in the organization, probably you won't be able to claim that particular visibility I am trying to talk about, right? First of all, your performance has to be one of the best, right? And for that, your efficiency, the actions, the activities, the initiatives that you are taking in a given number of hours that you have on a daily basis has to be always looked at. You need to have the smart work approach uh, over and above the hard work. So smart work with hard work will make a big difference. It will create the magic. It is a game-changing thing. So while you are doing this, definitely your performance will be much better. Once you are able to get the performance in a better manner compared to your counterparts, what is very important is that you need to always have something in your mind, back of your mind, that you are having continuous review meetings with your boss, wherein you will be able to share your desires and share your proof of your performances and share your expectations. And when you are doing that, you also ask from your reporting manager the areas of your improvement, because your manager would be knowing the areas where you should improve upon. And that is exactly the area where you need to work on. And if you have regular review meetings with your reporting manager, this is the first step to make yourself visible, because your manager also will think that this guy is serious. This guy is serious about moving ahead in the organization, serious about career growth, serious about contribution to the team. And periodically, always have conversations with your HR. Okay, so if you have the conversation with your HR is the, I would say, the link between all the departments, all the functions. He has a bird's eye view of who is doing how somebody is progressing, and what is the competency of this guy, what is the potential of this guy, what is the possibility of faster growth in the organization, and what is the expectation of this particular guy. Believe you me, for HR also, it is his responsibility to make sure that my Sachin Tendulkar of my team is happy. If my Sachin Tendulkar is not happy, he will not be cracking the centuries. And if Sachin Tendulkar doesn't crack centuries, probably as an organization, we will not be able to crack or progress. Right? And this is not the end. This is a second level. The third level I would suggest is try to meet the senior most of your uh, region on an occasional basis, or have conversation. If it is not possible to have a face-to-face meeting physically, at least try to have electronic meetings on the internet, online meetings, right? So again, that will be the assurance that your things, your claims or your suggestions or expectations, your performance, proof of your performances are officially recognized. And if you do this, definitely you will be able to have better visibility, because what you are contributing, what you are performing has to be made officially visible. Guys, nobody will push you and help you make all those things visible 100% if you do not do it personally. If you do not sell yourself by yourself, if you do not sell yourself by yourself, people will not buy you 100%. This is the first point I said. The second trick which I want to share is that always upgrade yourself. Always keep upgrade yourself in terms of your skills, so that you are able to directly impact the company's top line and bottom line. Most importantly, top line. Excuse me, I'll just take a little bit of water. So consistent upgradation of a skill is very, very important for all of us to grow in our career. I'm sure you have seen this book, or some of them would have read this book, From the Countryside to the Boardroom, which I had written, wherein I have shared my framework for success in life and career, right? In this, I have written one quote of myself. If you take the skill level of yourself to the next level, okay, I just come back. If you are able to take the skill set of yours to the next level, nobody will be able to stop you to get the chair, the next level chair. What I'm trying to say basically is that, say, suppose you are in a managerial role at the moment, and your next level role is senior manager. And the competencies and the skills which are required for a manager are very well defined in a crystal clear manner in every organization, in every good professional organization. And also the skill set and the competencies which are required for the next level, which is senior manager level, are also very well defined, crystal clear manner. So you need to seek those competency details and skill details which are required. You will find it. If you seek, you will find it. If you don't seek it, probably you don't know it. How many of you who are watching here, who are in a job, career, professional role, know very clearly about what are the skill sets and the competencies required for the current level, current job profile where you are into? Just ask yourself. and what are the skill sets and the competencies required for the next level. First of all, in order to acquire those skills and competencies, you should first seek and understand those skill sets and competencies. Then you need to start working on yourself, so that, see, what I'm trying to say is that sitting at a manager level, if I am able to get the skill sets and the competencies required for my next level, which is senior manager, maybe next to next level, maybe a deputy general manager level, for example, right? And you will be showing those in terms of your performances, actions, your body language, the way you're speaking, the kind of conversations, the kind of interpersonal relationships that you are demonstrating among your colleagues, your counterparts, with your seniors, with your juniors. And HR and the senior management will be able to detect each and every competency and skill set of yours which you are demonstrating, right? So if you're able to showcase those, believe you me, you may be in manager, nobody can stop you from getting the chair of a senior manager or deputy manager. It might be delayed by few months, it might be delayed by 6 months or 1 year maybe, but they cannot stop it. Whenever the opportunity comes, you will be the first person they will choose, right? So this is the second point. I have said build visibility, self branding. I have, and how it can be done also, I have explained in a better manner. And next, I have said is, uh, you know, build your skills and competencies. And the third thing is always have a strong network, very powerful network. Network within the organization, network outside the organization. Always have the market intelligence, what is going on in the industry, outside the company. Within the organization, what is going on there, right? And whenever you have a good opportunity, try to compliment your managers, your seniors. For example, when they're reporting managers or high level manager, or CEOs or the MDs, when they visit, always talk about your priorities, always talk about your performances. Take an appointment, take a minute's time, so that you're able to get the opportunity to share those. And also highlight the kind of support you're getting from your senior managers, from the reporting managers, from the head of the organization in that region, the kind of support you're getting from the different functions. Maybe you're getting support from the marketing department, or from the customer service department, or from the HR department, legal and regulatory, finance department, all the departments which are there in your current organization with whom you're working. Please highlight the kind of support you're getting, right? And some of the current things which is going on, some of the supports you are getting, some of the potentials, opportunities of business, entrepreneurial skill, right? Or are the untapped business opportunities which are lying ahead. Talk about those things when the senior manager comes. I think when you do these three things, ladies and gentlemen, nobody can stop you from getting the best of your salary package. After that, whatever you demand, I think most of the time it will be delivered. Yeah, these are a few of the secrets that I wanted to share. I'll go deeper in my coming shows, because this is a platform wherein I'm sharing my learnings. I'll also invite a lot of experts and some senior people, successful people who have traversed a successful journey in their career. I'll call them, I'll bring them in this platform, and I'll ask questions from them. I'll ask about their best tricks and best strategies that they have applied in their journey, right? So that we are able to get multiple ideas, the proven ideas, right? And these are not just theories. These are few of the things that we implement, we get results. And ladies and gentlemen, all of you know about Bookflix Live. Bookflix Live has been launched, or is being launched, with this objective of creating this platform wherein you get all those successful people coming there in that platform and working as a mentor for you by sharing their best winning tricks, winning strategies, and also you get the opportunity you get the opportunity to ask questions from them specific to the doubt or the confusion or the problem that you are going through at this moment, because of which you are not able to move ahead in your career or in your business, right? So don't miss this opportunity. The first show will be in on the coming Sunday at 11 a.m. And the first guest, opening guest, is going to be a very inspiring person. I have shared details about him, right? And so please don't miss that. We'll get a lot of powerful learnings, right? What I'm sharing now is just a trailer of what you can get from this platform. I need your support. And especially for the Manipuri viewers, I have a dedicated channel called BroThockchom Manipuri channel, YouTube channel. On that channel, I have started a series called Wahan Thok Labor Pulsi. On that particular platform in Manipuri language, I'm going to share similar kind of tricks and winning strategies and winning mantras over there, so that we are able to live a very meaningful, successful life out there. It is in the similar line. It is a platform again I'm creating so that we are able to get the best guidance for anybody who is trying to grow in their career and in their business, right? Coming back to the second point, which I wanted to cover, ladies and gentlemen, today. Excuse me. The second point that I am covering now is for somebody who is trying to start his career, start his job career in a corporate, right? How to crack the dream job, how to crack the best of the offers. So this is where is the next topic. I'm sure all of you want to have a career, have a dream job in the beginning of your career journey, which is worth it, which is not just a job, which is beyond the job. You get the opportunities for faster growth in your career. You start getting financial stability, and professionally you are able to build a impressive career, which will give a lot of confidence to yourself, saying that yes, if my start is in this manner, my way forward can be very, very strong. So this is the expectation most of the people who are in the starting level of their career or who is looking for a job have in their mind, isn't it? So I again will talk about top three winning formulas out here. The first one would be, ladies and gentlemen, you just don't apply for the job randomly. You have to target it strategically. Again, I come back. Don't just apply it randomly. Just target it. You have a target, strategic target for which all companies you are going to move into, which all sectors you are going to move into, right? Just select 3 to 5 companies and look at what those companies are looking for. Okay? And also look at whether you will be able to get your expectations from those companies. So don't just keep applying, saying that these are the companies which are opening some jobs, these are the industries which are opening some jobs. You keep applying hundreds of jobs, probably you will not be able to make any good result out of it. Even if you crack it, probably that will not be a sustainable one, because you are just starting your career. You need to write this journey, you need to execute a journey for next 25, 30, 40 years, right? So you need to give a good thought, you need to give quality time, and you need to consult with some experts. So by the way, consulting with some expert is always required. Consulting with a mentor is something which always you need, right? So this itself is platform will be working as a mentor for you. So consulting with somebody who has traversed the journey that you are trying to traverse, you are trying to start now, who has seen, experienced all the problems, all the ups and downs, and who also knows how to handle it. Always consult with some experts, saying that if my skill sets are like this, if my subject on which I have been specialized on is like this, if the kind of project, internship project that I had is like this, Okay, and if the kind of passion inside me is like this, and having all those things given, then what is the kind of industry I should move into? What is the kind of company within that industry you need to move into? Because there are some industries which are supposed to grow in future. You should move into that kind of industry. You should not be moving into a industry which will be sinking. I will not be naming the names of the industries. In other sessions, I will be going in depth on this. But make sure that you are moving into an industry when you embark into a new career, new job, moving into an industry which is going to grow in the near future. And also, in the same industry, you will find some companies which are just dipping. And at the same time, there are companies which are just going up. So you should be targeting those companies. Industry is growing, and within the industry, that company is doing really fast, better, or best of that industry. So try to target 3 or 5 companies, and then do a research. Uh, think about the requirements of the expectations of the company you are targeting at, and then work on yourself. Do a good preparation. Definitely, you will be able to crack it. This is number one. Target strategically, not randomly. The second mantra I would be sharing would be that when you are presenting yourself to the organization, or when you are before going into the interview, you make sure that you have the proof of your skills that you will be talking about, because the HR people, the managers who would be taking the interview would be asking you, what are the skill sets you have? This is a common question. In every interview, this question will be asked, ladies and gentlemen. I think you will agree with me in saying this. So when you are talking about some skills, support it with some evidence. Talk about some of the projects that you have done. Talk about some of the experience that you had, or talk about some of the studies that you have done. If you don't have any experience, working experience, talk about some of the skills. The I would say future oriented or futuristic skills that you have, top skills that you have. I would say keystone skill. I would like to call it keystone skills, right? For example, it may be some AI application skills. In every function, AI application is something which is way of life nowadays. Without it, you won't be able to perform with the level of efficiency that is required in organization nowadays. Always, every organization is looking at people, candidates who has the skill of AI applications, right? That is very important. That is the way we live today, and in the future, it is going to be like that. So always, you know, talk about the skills that you have. First of all, you will first, try and learn which are the skills required for that organization. If the kind of objectives that organization is already having, then you need to establish yourself saying that yes, I am the best guy, I'm the right guy. If you do not hire me, you are going to miss something. You're going to miss the opportunity. That kind of feeling you need to make the other person feel. So for that, you need to have some evidence of the skills that you are talking about, right? And those evidences should be specific, measurable. It should not be just stories. It should be supported by some facts and figures. If the interviewer wants to see you demonstrate in front of him, we should be ready to share those skill sets, the proof of the skill sets, right? And the third thing would be, I think, you need to have a framework when you are facing the interview. Interview is the time you're trying to prove yourself within just few minutes, right? Probably, I have taken a lot of interview in my journey, maybe thousands of interviews I have taken, right? In my 27 years of corporate career. So the interviewer actually, in his back of mind, or when the candidate is just walking in, the way he walks in and the way he takes seat, and the way he just starts the introduction of himself or herself, within just first 1 or 2 minutes, I think 80% of the decision is already taken by the interviewer. After that is just validation or follow-up questions and answers. So it's very important that you come with some kind of a strategy that, first impression is the best impression that you are giving. Then you are sold, right? So I would suggest a formula called 3 C's here. So you should be able to make the other person believe that you are a challenging person. You are ready to take up any kind of a challenge the organization throws upon you, right? In the conversation, you should be able to establish that, right? Maybe in problem solving, maybe you might like to share a story wherein you have solved a big problem. Even if you don't have the working experience, you might like to share some problem solving activity that you have done in your community, in your society, in your locality, in your college when you were studying as a student. So some proof evidence of the skill that you are able to solve the problem. In any organization, solving a complex problem is the biggest, I would say, valuable skill somebody can have. And most of the people, by the way, don't have this in the efficient manner, in the best manner, right? So this is one of the challenging, I would say, uh, proof of the fact that you are a challenging person. You have this, approach, attitude to challenge, to accept challenge, and move forward or deliver the results. So that kind of belief has to be created in the mind of the interviewer when you are during the course of the interview. And maybe something in the teamwork, for example, as a team, you are leading a team, you are influencing over the team in terms of driving an object, in terms of driving a vision of the organization. Maybe these are some of the things that you can share. Or so the first C I have talked about is you should be able to show that you are a challenging person. The second thing that you should be able to show is you love to contribute. You contribute first, okay, then demand later. So you are always there to contribute. You are a contributor. You are the right person to give the best of the results that the organization is looking for. So second is contributor. The third is like, how you are able to conclude the organization. Sorry, conversation, the interview. How do you conclude the interview is very important. Once you feel that you have a feeling, when you are having a conversation, you will feel in your instinct, you will feel that yes, I am sold. Probably this person interviewer has liked it. Then conclude it in a proper, I would say, positive, crisp, concise manner. Don't linger. Don't keep talking and talking and talking. If you keep talking and talking, what will happen? Some of the opportunities will come up, some of the gaps will come up. Probably it might land up into a confusion. The kind of positive progress that you have been able to make during the course of the interview probably can be spoiled by that particular talking and talking and talking activity. So these are 3 things which I thought I'll share with you. So I have taken the first 2 topics here. Hope you are liking it. If you are liking it, please subscribe this channel so that when I have the next session, probably I will not be announcing in other platforms, so that you get the highlight, you get the alert. So please subscribe and hit the bell button, because I'm not trying to build the YouTube channel or get a lot of subscriber here. I'm not trying to make a successful talk shows here out here, but the reason behind is much larger than that. Excuse me. I'm trying to create a platform. I'm trying to create a movement. I need your support, because more and more people should be able to get this facility. It is what I'm doing in the last few days or weeks is just a trailer of what I'm trying to say or trying to do. It's just the starting point, right? So we have to make it sustainable, long term. We should be able to invite the best of the best successful people so that we get the best, much better strategies, advices for our career growth and business growth. So please support me. I need your support on this. The third topic that I wanted to cover on is for entrepreneurs, those businessmen and businesswomen, right? So an entrepreneur is a very, very challenging uh, person, because if you are not challenging, you can't be an entrepreneur, first of all. And an entrepreneur is somebody who can impact a lot of lives. Entrepreneur is somebody who is the owner of himself, who has the authority to take decisions, authority to make changes. He has a lot of liberty, right? And that makes the job even more challenging, because a small mistake by you can create havoc, can take you in disastrous condition, take your business into disastrous condition. You might fail in the business, but a right step can take your business to the best of the best levels. You can achieve financial freedom, stability, and you will be able to impact a lot of lives. So I think the potential of growth as an entrepreneur nowadays is, I would say, really, really big, because in the era of internet and AI, if you're able to really move in the right path as a entrepreneur, you can scale your business to the best. Think about Elon Musk 20 years back, where he was a bankrupt person. Now he is the richest person in the world. Jack Ma, some 20, 25 years back, where he was, and now where he is. Mr. Adani, okay, Mr. Mukesh Ambani had some kind of a foundation. He took over the business from his father in a nice platform, in a big way. But he has been able to take the business to the best of the best level. Talk about Steve Jobs. When he started a business, it was started from the zero, right? And the kind of business that he had been able to build before he left the world, I think it was it was $3 trillion company he left, right? Much higher than the GDP of a country like India during that time. So the turnover of Apple was much larger than the GDP of India during that time, right? So I'm talking about a possibility, right? So so depends on your efficiency, depends on your ability to execute things in a smart manner, in the right way, in the right time. So even before starting the business related conversations, I will be saying that it is very important for a business person to take the steps in the right manner, because in the career, in the job, what will happen is that even if you are doing some mistakes, there are so many people to highlight that mistake and tell you that this is wrong, this is not the right way to do things, and this is the better way to do things, right? And if you are not able to make sure that, probably you will not be rated in a good manner. And if you repeatedly keep doing the same mistake for years, maybe you will be thrown out of the organization. But the company is not impacted much because of your mistakes. But if you are an entrepreneur, if you're making a mistake, the impact is 100% on the business. And nobody is there to tell you that, hey, you will be thrown out of the company if you do not correct this particular problem that you are creating or mistake that you are doing in the company, right? There is nobody to throw you out, right? So specifically, let me again share the same fact that 75 to 80% of the startups fail in the first 3 years of launching the startup. This is the kind of generalized report which is being shared by most of the trusted surveys which are being done nowadays. So we should not be falling in that particular 70%. So this is specifically for the startups, but I'm now talking about not the startups. Basically, I'm talking about those people who wants to scale their business to the next level. Say, suppose I am somebody who has been doing business for the last 5 to 10 years, I am doing good, or for that matter 20 years, 25, 30 years, and I am doing good, and I want to scale. I am not able to scale the business to the next level. Maybe I am certain at a good turnover level, but I want to expand it. I want to broad base the business so that I can really get financial freedom and I can do much larger things in life, impact lives. For those kind of entrepreneurs, this is the topic which I'm picking up at a moment. So here again, I would like to share from my experience and from whatever I have picked up from, I have said that I've worked with over 1 lakh businessmen and women, turnovers ranging from 1 lakh to multiple $1 million per month. So there are many entrepreneurs who are doing exceptionally well in their business. Within 5-10 years, I know one entrepreneur who is buying uh, bungalows in the beaches in other countries. And that very person, I will not be taking the name, that very person was just earning maybe 1 lakh per month. And now he is earning, crores on a monthly basis, right? So they are able to broad base and scale up their business. So all these things are happening because of certain formulas, right formulas, which is being implemented in the right time. So here, 3 points I would like to take here. The first thing which we should be focusing is we should focus on value creation, right? Not just trying to increase the sale. If you chase after a sale, probably the sale might not happen on a long term, right? You will do some short term gain approaches. Maybe you will give a lot of scheme which will actually erode your profitability. You will have impact on your PNL, but you need to create some value. So for doing that, you need to identify two things. You need to ask two questions. Business is all about asking the right question, and the best person who will give answer is the customers. So you need to first of all try and identify what is the pain which is there in the market where you are operating. What is the biggest pain? And if you are able to identify that pain, probably you have got a service or the product. You have got the service or the product. Maybe you need to scale up, focus more in terms of resolving that pain, reducing that pain. If you are able to really do that, if your customers or the people in your market are able to really feel and believe that, hey, this person is resolving my pain. For example, in the fitness industry, if somebody is having a lot of weight, okay, if somebody is having obesity problem, okay, overweight person, and his priority is what? His pain is what? Because of the weight he is having, he is carrying all around all the time, a lot of other issues are coming. He is not active physically. There may be some illness which will be, created because of that overweight problem that he is having. And as a fitness center or as a fitness expert, if you are able to make sure that you are able to help him to lose the weight as fast as possible and in a right manner, in a proper manner, then you are maybe solving the problem of that particular customer. So if you have the evidence of, say, suppose reducing weight for overweight people, maybe in the scale of, say, 1,000 people, if you are able to claim that I have reduced the weight of 1,500 overweight people in the town, if you're able to claim that in the media, social media, or in any platform for visibility, on a hoarding or on some signboards, probably, you will have the opportunity to scale your business because you are creating the value for the customers. The next thing would be like, when you are already in an existing business mode, if you have a good customer base in your market, your customers may be your retailers, your customers may be the end customers, depending on the service you are having. If you are a hospitality business, your, the visitors who are staying there, your clients, they are the, customers of yours. So always take customer feedbacks. Be always active in terms of receiving the customer feedbacks, because that process is the process which is going to tell you that this is the gap in your service. If you are able to fill up the gap, what will happen? If you are able to resolve the customer problems out there, what you know you will be able to scale your business standard to the next level, right? And when you are doing this, record it, have a mechanism to have the measurements in terms of how many complaints came, okay, and how many we are able to resolve it. And then after that, what is the customer feedback? See, all of us are customers in some ways, isn't it? We buy things, and since suppose I'm buying a lot of clothes, for example, and at times the company or the platform from where I'm buying the clothes, maybe they had some problem for some time, and I have raised the complaint, or they reached out to me. First of all, they reaching out to me itself is a smiley point for me as a customer. I'll be happy. Yes, he is careful about me. He has a concern about me as an organization, right? He cares me as a customer. That feeling will come. Then after that, I'll be telling the problem that I had, while buying the stuff from them. And then they will resolve the problem in a stipulated time, in a given time, and they are communicating about it on a regular basis. And then after resolution of the problem, they are again calling back to me, saying that, hey, Mr. Bro, you had this problem. I'm happy to share that we have resolved this problem. I'll be happy if you give me a feedback, just to confirm that whether it is resolved properly or not. And when that happens, when that process happens, as a customer, bro, as a customer, I'll be really happy. I'll be delighted. Probably I will not be leaving that organization, or I will always continue buying stuff from them. And the next, this is the first step I said. The second step or the second mantra is how to scale your business is always have a look at the margins, because increasing your business, increasing your revenue always is not the best thing. Sometimes we have seen that in some organizations, the sales volume has increased so much, but the profitability, the bottom line, the profitability of the organization has reduced, right? It is possible. At the same time, there are situations where in organizations, they're stagnant in the revenue. The sale volume is not increasing. Their monthly turnover or yearly, quarterly turnover is not increasing, but profitability has increased by double digit, 10%, 15%. It is possible, right? Always look at the expenses in your P&L, the operational cost, and you also acquire a lot of things from the market to do the business. You buy things, right? Always have the best negotiations. Whatever acquisition you are doing, maybe when you are onboarding a customer, or when you are uh, buying something, buying some asset, always negotiate. So customer onboarding cost and the operational cost has to be controlled, has to be always looked at, so that the cost is reducing, right? And if the cost reduces, even if the revenue is stagnant, your profit, bottom line, your profit is increasing. Profit before tax is increasing, right? So also always look at recurring income models. Like, say suppose uh, if some customer, you have some 10 products to sell, 10 services to sell, for example, and you have 1000 customer base, and 500 of the customer, 500, I have 1000 customer base, and I have 10 products to sell from my company. And among that 1000 companies, maybe only 100 customers are buying some 7 8 services or products from me. Maybe 800 customers are buying only one or two products. Try to increase the number of products which you are selling to each of the unique customers, right? So recurring subscription maybe, and I would say, how do I call it, full line selling. Maybe number of SKUs that you are selling to each of the customers has be, SKU means stock keeping unit. It is More importantly, it is used in FMCG. I also worked in FMCG in Nestle for about 10 years. I learned real selling technique from Nestle. In fact, they had very very good system of training the people. So I had the opportunity to learn. Thanks to my bosses, thanks to my colleagues, thanks to the organization called Nestle, they had taught me how to how to develop the skill of selling. So and these are some of the things that you should do. And the third thing I would say is that, which is very important, which is the most important to build a business, I think. There is a saying, ladies and gentlemen, that people at times, most of the time, fails. People most of the time fail, but systems do not fail. Systems hardly fail. So you need to develop a system which can duplicate you, which means that your business has to be running even if you are not available. You need to develop a system, develop a team, develop a entire SOPs which can take care of the business, in absence of you. Let me tell you the benefit of it. So first of all, what does it mean? Let me just take a moment here and explain. So suppose you develop operating system for each of the functions. For example, you have HR, people management, you have admin, you have marketing maybe in your company, and for a very very small business house, maybe one person is handling all the things maybe. But even if it is so, you need to have a standard operating system, which means SOP. If you are able to make the SOP in a written manner, say for example you have 5 team members of yours. Consider that 5 team members are 5 functions for you. One person is handling one function. One is handling sales. One is handling finance. The other is marketing. The other is people management, HR. So one person is handling customer service, reception, call center or telecalling or something like that. So you make a standard operating system. Since morning till evening, what are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things he is or she is supposed to do, right? And on a weekly basis, what are the reports? On a daily basis, what are the reports? On a monthly basis, what are the reports? If you are able to see the reports, you know that these things have been taken care. And if you are not getting the reports, you are not sure that they have done the work. So have that mechanism of reporting system based on a standard operating procedure, SOP. Then you keep getting the reviews, keep getting the updates, and that will make sure that your system is developing. And the next thing is that delegate less important things. You do very few selective 1 or 2 things. The rest of the things, less important things, you just delegate and sometimes outsource. If some of the activities of your organization is becoming very very time taking, time consuming for you, which is not giving a lot of great results, you try and reach out to some agency or some other company which works for that. For example, I want to be online. I want to go online. I, as a business, it was not online earlier. I want to broad base and I want to go online. And what is the first requirement for that, ladies and gentlemen? The first requirement may be I need to have a website, right? I need to build some, social media pages. So for that, probably I don't have the skill to develop a website. And if I keep learning as a business person how to develop a website, for example, maybe it is time consuming because I don't have the skill set. Maybe I'm 50 years of age. If I keep learning about how to build a website, probably I will be missing out on the top priority thing as a business person. In that case, what I can do is I can outsource that work. I will have tens of uh, great website builders in my town, in my city. You can just pick and choose one of them and you can just request them to build the website for you. It will save a lot of money. It might consume some money, small amount of money, but your job is taken care. This is one of the example I'm saying. You can delegate or you can outsource. And the digitization, automation is the name of the game nowadays, right? So these are I think three things I have said. The first thing is that try to build value, okay, and try to build value instead of just running after the business volume. The next is always look at your numbers and your cash flow. Look at your profitability by looking at your expenses, operational cost, and and stuff like that. And the third thing I have said is that build a system which can replicate you, which can actually replace you. What will happen is that when you are able to create a system which can run the business in your absence, you will be really spared out. Your quality time will be spared out. It will be acting like a passive income for you, the income that comes without your active involvement in the business. Then what will happen? You can start moving into something else and start building something else, which will be your next stream of business. Like this, you can keep building second stream, third stream, fourth stream of business. That's how you scale up, right? This is a way existing business can be scaled up, right? We'll go deeper in other forums. And the fourth and the last thing which I thought I'll be sharing is, say, suppose I am somebody who wants to start a new business. What are the things that I should keep in mind? I'll go little faster now. It is now, ladies and gentlemen, because it's getting little late now. So here, as a startup businessman, what I'm looking at, I'm looking at something like I build the business which is successful, which is stable, and slowly, slowly, it has the potential of going into scale up mode, and you get the financial freedom and stability, right? And also, you want to have impact over the society over a period of time. But at the moment, my objective is very clear. My objective is just to launch the business successfully and make it sustainable for next few years so that I start scaling the business, right? Here, the first thing I would like to say is that you need to make sure that the business that you are creating, the product that you are selling, or the service that you are creating is matching your skill set or your experience if you have. Maybe aligned to your passion. I always talk about your passion. When you do something which is aligned to your passion, your work doesn't look like work. It is just like hobby. You enjoy. You get energy, you get excited when you do that, right? So this is the first thing. Look at your inner strength or experience. The business that you are going to do has to be in line with that. And this is one. The other, this is a coin which has two sides. The first side is the business, the product or the service that you are starting to do or trying to start doing is aligned to your skills or your experiences. The other side of the coin is, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that it is needed by the market, needed by the people. Do not start something which is not required by the people at the moment. Or, for example, there are two things in today's world. One is good to have things. And the other thing is that there is something which we need to have. We cannot do without, right? Try to go into the can't do without, group or sector. So pick up the product or service keeping these two things in mind, whether it is required by the market or whether it is aligned with or in line with your skills and your experiences that you have or the passion that you have. And it is the first thing. The second thing is that you start small. We start with a small idea or soft launch with a simple version of the service or the product, and do some test marketing, right? And maybe you launch in a small geography in a small manner, and take the feedback, how the business is doing, what is the customers' feedback, and capture all those things and keep it for some time, maybe a quarter or maybe few months more. Then after that, resolve those products and then make a more developed version of the service of the product, launch it. Then after that, the product will be much better. I'm sure if you do this, if you have made sure that this thing is taken care, then I think your product will be or service will be accepted by the market uh, in a better way. And then after that, you try to broad base the launch or expansion of the service or the sales of the product. And the third thing again I would like to say is that, uh, dear friends, it is a time for automation. This is time for AI. Whatever you are trying to do something, uh, look at the opportunity to automate most of the activities so that things are taken care with a very very minimum cost and in a most effective way. So always try to automate things. Try to do something which is futuristic, because it is a fast changing world. Technologically there is a disruption which is happening on a regular basis. Do not get into something which is not going to be growing in the future. Do not get into an industry which is going to be falling. Like I mentioned, in the case of somebody starting to new job, starting to join a job, sorry, starting to start a career or joining a company, for example. And here the same thing applies. If the kind of business you are trying to launch is a sector or an industry which is going to fall, which doesn't have a opportunity to grow in the future, which doesn't have the potential to grow in the future, probably the chances of failing in that business is very very high. So try to move into an industry which is likely to grow in the near future, right? So automation and moving to a futuristic industry, futuristic service sector, product, group is very very important. And again, here also I would say, build a system which can work without you, right? So if you are able to do these three things, ladies and gentlemen, I'm 100% sure that as a startup, you have taken care of the most important few things. Well, ladies and gentlemen, these are four topics that I wanted to cover today. And if you have any more questions or any other suggestions, or if you have any other topic where you want me to speak about, or you want me to bring some experts in this platform and talk about, please do just write on the number, which I think it's a WhatsApp number that I'm sharing here. Please send me a WhatsApp message, and I'll be, replying to you, and I'll take actions on that. Right. So again, I would like to say that I truly believe that everybody on earth has the right to have the right guidance, best of the guidance, in terms of growing their career, in terms of growing their business. So there should be some platform, there should be some guide who is the best person to answer to your questions and help you show the best part, right part, in your line of business or in your sector of your profession, right? Because I truly believe that if you have that, if you have that kind of a best guidance or right guidance, everybody in this world will be able to progress in their career and in their business. And ladies and gentlemen, if at least 70-80% of the people are able to achieve their goals in their lives, of their professional life and in their personal life for that matter, I think the world would be a much better place to live. And I have personally suffered this. I have suffered a lot because I didn't have the right guidance in the starting phase of my life, and also in the mid-career level of my career journey. That is why I promised to myself that I'll be working on this field. And also, I have seen a lot of people in this society struggling because they are not having somebody who can show them the right path, right? Specifically because of these two reasons, I thought that I'll be starting this initiative. My dear friends, it is just not starting a talk show, or it is not just starting a YouTube channel. It is about starting a movement, the movement to create a platform wherein you get guidance for your career growth and for your business growth. I need your support in making this successful. I need your viewership. I need your suggestions. I need your help to share this with more and more number of people so that this particular platform is made available to more and more number of people, right? So I'd like to thank you who are watching this particular show live. And also, I would like to thank all the people who would be watching this particular show later on. So thank you so much. I hope today's show has been valuable to you. It has been able to give at least some value to you. And thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to seeing you on my next show. Thank you so much. Until then, take care. Bye bye. Thank you.